It's wonderful to be here in Delhi, a city where food is an emotion, where every lane has a story and every story has a flavor. And today I'm surrounded by people who tells those stories better than anyone else. Good morning to all the distinguished guests, the rising stars of the social media, food bloggers, content creators, and everyone who tells those stories better than anyone else. And let me start with a quick question. How many of you checked your Instagram since this morning? And how many times? To be honest, I have checked it around 33 times. Now, tell me, how many of you checked your blood pressure since last month? Very few. Isn't it interesting that we love to monitor our followers, likes and comments? But when it comes to most important thing that helps us and that makes everything possible, our health, we ignore it often. And that's what I'm going to talk about, health. Not dieting, not restrictions. Don't worry about that, just health. I still remember in January 2026, a young, enthusiastic boy, he entered into my clinic and he was having his reports. He just was looking so dull and he had dark circles. While glancing at his reports, I just asked him, "What do you do?" "Doctor, I visit restaurants. And this year I have visited more than 100 and 200 restaurants." Well, I was puzzled. How come you can visit so many restaurants? He revealed that he is a food blogger and that's his job. But while he was telling about a milestone that he was about to reach, that is 50K in the last month in the January, I was worried about his health milestone. They were not good. He had high cholesterol. His blood pressures were out of control. He had borderline diabetes. He was overweight. And with his dark circles, I could simply reveal and interpret that he had sleep issues. So I genuinely asked him, "When was the last time you had your health checkup done?" He said, "Well, I don't remember. But I do remember the number of followers I have gained this month, 3,463. And as I recall this incident and see all of the content creators over here, let me ask you all, do you remember your last viral post? Of course you do. Now tell me, do you remember the last time you had your meals on time? Maybe your breakfast, your lunch or dinner? Or when was the last time you slept like a baby all through the night? Great, but there are very few. So the real challenge is that it's not that we don't care about our health. We all care about it, right? But the real challenge is that we are so busy building our lives that we forget to take out some time for ourselves, for our health. And this is what the exact challenge that young boy was facing. When I explained about his report, he was shocked. He said, "Doctor, I always thought I was too young for all these problems. But my dear friends, health doesn't look at your age. It simply looks at your patterns, which you follow on a daily basis, your habits." So I'm going to share here a simple, practical, and a easy to follow 5M framework to keep yourself healthy and active. Want to know that? Let's begin. The first M is movement. And by movement, I don't mean you have to take out 1 hour or 2 hours of your time from the entire day. You just need to find those opportunities to move. As a doctor, there are days in my life I couldn't even get 30 minutes for my workout or even for a walk. But I simply try to be active. I take stairs instead of elevators. I just walk in between the OT hours, OT cases, and I make a rule of walking 15 minutes every night briskly after my dinner. And that all you can find your movements, your opportunities of movement in your day too. I'm pretty sure about it, and just do it no matter what. Now coming to the second M, while movement keeps you active, your muscles keeps you independent. And the best example are my in-laws. They are at their 80s and they are still able to walk without any aid. Because they did their household work, they worked throughout their life. But in today's scenario, is it possible? Everything is available at our doorstep. You get a pizza, you get everything at your doorstep. You don't have to go out. So we need to take care of our muscles, and we use our muscles less and less because of that. So what we can do, simply we can do squats 50 or 60 times a day, or even climbing stairs can help you build your lower limb muscles and strengthen them to help you become active and independent. And you can also lift light weight once or twice in a week. Now coming to the third M, and I would say Delhi understands the best, that is food, and M is for meals. And as a food blogger, I won't say, and I won't ask you to stop exploring food. You just need to create a balance between your home-made food, balance between your nutrition you are taking. So suppose you have to try 5 dishes. You don't need to finish those 5 dishes. You just have to taste them mindfully. You have to control the proportion. And also add something nutritious. Try to be nutritious, something nutritious like your proteins in the form of yogurt or salads or fruits. Anything healthy should be added in your plate. Or never ever skip your homemade food for all these dishes. Now coming to the fourth M, which is monitor. And as a content creator, you all know it better, the analytics of your dashboard, right? You say it, you see it every single day. But your body has analytics too. They are in the form of numbers. These 5 numbers, your blood pressure, your blood sugar, your blood cholesterol, your waist circumference, and the numbers of sleep hours. These are very important numbers because they tell you the problems years before the symptoms in your body arises. So keep a check of these numbers, know your numbers before the disease knows your name. And now coming to the fifth M, the final M, and that is the most important, but I would say that is the most neglected one. That is the mental health. And in today's life, stress is going to be encountered every single day. And you all know the fact that you cannot eliminate stress altogether, but you can find your ways. And that thing that works best for me is doing meditation early in the morning, 10 minutes. That keeps me calm and focused throughout the day. And there are other ways like listening to a calm music, sitting in silence just for 10 minutes without any notifications, or reading a book. Anything can help. And find those things that helps you to reduce your health. Include it every single day. Do it every single day to keep that stress out of the way. Now, at last, if you could not remember any of these, just remember these 5 words, 5 M words. Movement, muscles, meals, monitor, and mind. Say it with me. Movement, muscles, meals, monitor, and mind. Just like you know the strategies to follow and to increase your followers, just include some strategy in your daily life for all these 5 M's to stay healthy and active. Because the most valuable content you will ever create is the life that you build behind the cameras. So create a life that's worth living. Thank you.